Hey guys, Jason with Flat Fee MLS here. I want to talk to you a little bit about our new buyers program. There's a lot going on right now with the buyers agreements. These agents are having to get signed. Well, we're all having to get signed before we show property, locking you into what most people charge is 3%. We are starting a new buyers program here at Flat Fee. Our buyers program is $19.95, same as our sell program. So it's $19.95. We do have to sign a buyer's agreement before we can show you a property. That is true. So $19.95 is all you'll pay us to represent you in the purchase of a home. So there is some rules with that, some conditions, a couple of things that you should have been doing anyway. Go look at the property. The first time you see a subdivision, the first time you drive by a house you want to see should not be with a real estate agent. That goes for all of them. I mean, even the 6% guys, the 3% buy side guys. Go check out the area a little bit before you call an agent to go see the property. I can't tell you how many times I get the agent feedback from a listing and it says didn't even go in, didn't like the area, didn't like the yard, didn't like the look of the neighbor's house. Well, go do your homework. Go drive past that before you call an agent to go see it. Especially us, that's going to be one of the questions. When you call me, say, hey, we want to do your 1995 buy program, and we want to see 100 XYZ Street. I'm going to ask you, are you familiar with that street? Have you drove by this particular property? Have you looked at the yard? Have you looked at the neighbors? Have you looked at the street? Have you looked at the location? We're going to need to do all that before we show you property, which you should have been doing all along. Also, the pre-approvals. I can't tell you how many people call me and say, hey, we're calling about your listing at, whatever street. We want to see it. And I say, well, you pre-approved? Well, it shouldn't be a problem. We need to make sure all that's in place. So we're going to make sure your pre-approval's in place. What should have always been happening, none of this is new, other than the 1995 is new for people. You should have always talked with a mortgage broker, make sure what you can afford, make sure, where you're at interest rate wise, get that pre-approval letter, drive by your properties. So many times I get people looking for a house. One goes on the market at 3 o'clock and they're calling me at 3:30 wanting to see it at 4 o'clock. And they've never drove by it. They're not sure where it is. As I was discussing this program with some friends of mine that are in the business and some that are not anymore, we were having some discussion, and he had a good point. If you only want Kenton County schools, don't have me show you a house in Hebron. Okay, if you want lakefront property, don't call about a house that's not on a lake. It's pretty easy. Do a little bit of your own homework. Drive by it. Make sure the yard's okay. Make sure the location's okay, and we'll do everything full service, just like we've always done. $19.95. Right now, that's going to be paid at closing. $19.95. You can pay for it. I suggest that you pay for it out of your funds. We can ask to roll that into your deal if you want to borrow that, but just know that's basically all you're doing is wrapping that into your loan. So you're better off paying the $19.95 outside of closing. We're going to have to tweak this program a little bit as it goes. It's a considerable difference from what everyone else charges. So we're going to tweak this program as it goes. But as right now, no upfront fee on the buy side. We are going to ask you a little bit more questions when you call wanting to see a house. I'm going to ask you to drive by it. I'm going to ask you a few other things. I am going to want to see a pre-approval letter. And that goes for if I've showed you 5 houses or we're on our 10th house. By that time, I already got your pre-approval letter, but every time you call me about one, by that time, I should kind of know what you're looking for, and if you don't know the area, I do. So we got to be able to narrow it down. But again, if you only want a fenced yard, let's not look at houses without fences. If you got to have a flat backyard, let's don't look at houses on a hillside. Pretty simple. I guess in a nutshell, I don't really want to waste time. I love doing deals. I love selling real estate. I love talking real estate. But you're going to have a little skin in the game in order to get these discounts. Okay, $19.95. It's going to save everybody a lot of money. Going to save the sellers money. Going to save you money, and ultimately the buyers are paying these fees. Everyone says all the sellers paying, but without a buyer, nobody pays for anything. So, there is no fees to a buyer currently. We're not asking for any upfront money. That may change. We may bring the same program over, $495 to start the process, $1,500 when we find you something. But as of right now, it's $19.95. You do have to sign a buyer's agreement. Everyone needs a buyer's agreement signed right now. That's the law with the NAR right now. Hopefully, we're working on tweaking that a little bit. Give us a call, 859-743-5453. If you're looking to sell or buy, $19.95. Give me a call. Check us out. Got a new website being built. Our old site's still up, nkyflatfee.com. We have a new site getting ready to roll out, so we'll launch that pretty soon. But give us a call if you need anything. Thanks.